What's going on, everybody? Randy here with NerdsTemplar, hanging out on Minecraft again, finishing up our expedition challenge, the solo expedition challenge. Hopefully, the last day of this. Here we are. Oh man, I didn't think it was nighttime, so we missed a little bit of time. That's okay. We are here in our lovely iron armor. I'm just gonna get out of here, to be honest with you. Day 29, so it says. And I believe we are going the wrong direction. Yes, it's actually the beginning of the night, unfortunately. We are heading west, and we are on our way to 100,000 with an Elytra here, obviously given to myself via commands. But this is the easy challenge, kind of the test challenge. And it's gone for, hey, look, a village. We don't need anything at this point, though. Honestly, the only thing we need really is gunpowder. So maybe we should stop for the night in a good wide open plains area. Well, this will do. I think we try to fight some creepers here real quick. Even better if we can find some paper. Oh wow. Yeah, definitely need to. In fact, this is a perfect time to land. I believe that was probably I should have watched the end of the last stream. That's probably what I was saying. Is we'll go fight. So a skeleton and an enderman just spawn on top of each other. That's nice. We'll go over this way. Don't need those things. Get out of the water. Yeah, so I think after finally getting all our enchantments, that took so long last time. We had a chance of maybe finishing last time, but because of that, no, we did not. It took so long to get the right villager rolls for the Elytra, but we got it now. And if I do, yeah, okay. Got the space, grabbed that gunpowder, take care of this little villager zombie kid before he takes care of me. Right now, we do have to watch out for phantoms above. A little sketchy. 3. Where am I? Yes. All right. We are still on our first life. If I lose, I will. I'll just keep going, of course. But yo, what's up, Atomic? How are you? You had a good weekend. Get all this grass out of the way. A little farming while I'm killing mobs, I guess. Oh, yeah, but I'll just come back. That's the one thing we got to worry about. Yeah, maybe. I'll just start watching them. That usually works. Oh man, that hurt. Just you know what? I'm gonna just be safe here. We have plenty. It's not like we're gonna be spending that many nights out. Oh. All right, that's fine. Yeah, now that we're a little healed, throw a Elytra back on for some mending. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too bad. Fire aspect would be nice. I wonder if it'd be enough with the what we have sharpness 2. All right. Well, the creepers will stay there as long as I'm close. So I think I'm gonna kind of focus these phantoms real quick, unless they stop. There we go. Oh, now they're both out. They're loose. Everything's loose. Not bad, not bad. Just considering maybe keeping this world, maybe swapping to it from time to time for some PvE challenge. Maybe do a nice fort at the end, and because of the whole regional difficulty thing. Ooh, maybe just hang out at the 100k marker and fight mobs for the end till the end of time in this world. We're gonna take this thing on. Oh, it's terrible. Whoa, without the skeletons involved. Now this kid, that's not good. That hurt. Yeah, I'm just gonna gap. Ow, so many skeletons. Stop it. Now you moved. That was all my arrows. Okay. The knockback is so crazy. Ow. Oh. I think I'm missing some things. Oh yeah, did I just that was from the end of last stream, I believe, right? I haven't had that on all day. All stream. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. Too focused on all these other things. Didn't even have my Elytra for a lot of that. Now there's a witch standing there. Why? I don't know. Because got a few creepers, but not really enough mending. Could really use that phantom up there. Come here, you. Not the witch, please. Oh, oh, oh. There you go. Alright, so the phantom's gone to an arrow that I can't pick up. Alright. Any creepers? I don't see any more creepers, so let's I guess kill some animals for XP. That's something we could do at least. Real quick. I can. You crazy chicken. I haven't been playing too much on console recently. Miss. No. I don't think I need anything really. Health, maybe. I think it's pretty good now. Pretty safe. It's not bad. I do need to make more armor now, though. Thanks. This is our travel direction. But you know, I will know. That is probably more useful, right? Actual food. I think we're good on food, though. Oh, great. Snowy place. Snow Kingdom, as my nephew would call it. Looked like it. Ah, lovely. It's like such a hard break right here. All right, let's climb to the top of this hill, see if we maybe a few more animals on the way. We do have an breaking now. We flew quite a ways. Just have to try it again. That is at the end of the last stream. Just have to hope we get a little more XP next night. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna. Do I waste a rocket? That's hey, look, a creeper. But must have come from a cave or something. Oh, all these trees probably. You did show me the way though. Thank you, sir. Hi. Hello. Okay. I don't think I have the skills. Oh, he's right there. Well, whatever. I think he just made me a path. Wait, was that a different one? No, that was the guy. We'll park it. There we go. Oh, rip. All right. Yeah, we're already pretty much cooked on a speed run because of the villagers. So at this point, it's more just making sure I don't die. Anything else? Anything else? You'll do, I guess. All right. Well, not a whole lot, but we are here on at 119. Oh look, one more for good measure. Come here. Don't blow up. Oh look, sheep. You sheep. Ooh. All right. All right. Let's get to flying now. I think this is. I think we're prepared. Sure. For the rest of the day, at least. All right. Nice. Like, subscribe. I should probably make myself some shoes and a hat. I have a lot of things in mind for upcoming events and just other things that we've kind of discussed it in Discord a little bit. I need to do quite a bit of testing. I've been quite busy here the past couple weeks, but yeah, that's gonna we're gonna be back to normal now this week and onward. You know, God willing, as long as possible here. But yeah, so after today, the stream today, that is, which is our sort of our makeup for Monday morning, yesterday's stream. I guess we aren't exactly back to normal, but close enough. I'll be back tomorrow for the regular Wednesday morning stream. I was gonna do Monkcraft, but those crazy legs go. I was gonna do Monkcraft, but I'm thinking maybe we are gonna do something else for the rest of the week here. So you can look forward to that. That means Wednesday, Friday evening, and that is tomorrow morning, Wednesday, Friday evening, and Saturday morning to finish. And then we'll probably be done with the thing. I've discussed it before in Discord, so you guys can maybe guess it. I think I've even talked about it here. And we're just gonna do it. If you guys want to do it, you can. If you don't, then you don't have to. But it's gonna be since we have our event server here, I'm just gonna pop a world on this event server, and yeah, pretty much just use it as a almost like a 3-part event world sort of thing. That's about it. I think it's going to be pretty good. Pretty much just like a last man standing kind of event, or like last team standing. So, like a purge world basically. but something that'll last a few days. And I'm only going to really keep it. So I'm going to start it tomorrow morning, open it up, and then we will go the rest of the day until about probably like, I don't know, like midnight my time. I think that would give everybody, I mean, an ample time to get like a decent bit of play in, a chance that is. And so let's see, Elytra. Okay, we're good for the rest of the day, I think here. And then I'll open it back up probably like 8 or something in the morning, my time again, Eastern Standard Time, EST, and then we'll go again until like midnight that day. That'll be Thursday. That'll be off stream, although I might stream at some point just because. And then it'll be Friday. We'll go for our normal Friday evening stream, and that'll be sort of almost the very end of it until, of course, we come back Saturday morning right afterward. All normal stream times for us, but that'll be like the end of the event. We'll wrap it up on that Saturday morning stream. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that if you're in the Discord. If you're already part of the Minecraft player community there in Discord, then yeah, you will be you'll be whitelisted. Feel free to join at any point in that time frame. Like again, 8 a.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. It'd be great if we could have a spot like this to land during the night. Maybe, you know what, maybe we land right about now before we end up hitting a bunch of water, as seems to be what happens here. We got some extra cane. Let's land right over here. Make it. Not quite. Okay, now let's make some stuff real quick for us. Actually, you know what, let's even make a shelter real fast. I don't mind that. Do it like right here. That's fine. Give me that XP. Okay, so we need it, we have it. We'll pop in there and do all the things we need to do. And we'll come out and fight. Come out guns a-blazing. Mostly we need to just make boots and stuff. We'll leave one there, maybe we get a little bit extra while we're here. That was 4. Is that not 4? So they generate 4 tall sometimes, just because it doesn't matter if it's sand or grass. They'll just sometimes be 4 tall. They won't grow that way, of course, but it apparently will generate that way. I've seen that several times. And as we saw, that was grass. So it is both sand and grass that it happens. I know that there's like an old wives' tale that says that it grows faster on sand or better on sand, but I do not believe that's actually true. I don't believe. Just in case, let's encase ourselves a little more and put our stuff in here. Furnace. And a crafting table. I know I got one, something. There it is. Got everything we need. Do I need to cook any iron is the question. I don't think I need to, no. Okay. I do have food. Could cook more of this a bunch of raw beef actually. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. 16. And we have tons of iron. Not tons of levels though, so we just keep this stuff unenchanted iron is the question. You know what? Hold up. Let's check. Let's check what we got going on. Maybe I should have burnt all this leaf litter I have, eh? Ooh, the shield though. One shot away. Just get one ready maybe. I think I need that string, but Whatever. I thought I had logs. No, I'm all out. That's not good. All right. Well, I'll just go grab some real quick from hopefully a tree somewhere. Yeah, there we go. What do we got here? Okay, well we have sharpness too, so that's not helpful. Prot 1. Could be a cheap Prot 1. Ooh, both of them. Might as well. Ooh, that's unfortunate. What do we got here? Sharp 1 again. Nothing else good. And nothing else to enchant, so... What else do we have from the boots there if we had more levels? Nothing. Okay, well that's horrible. Just leave everything here. Alright. Hey there. Ow. Alright, while I'm not actually gaining XP, let's take that off. Give myself more armor. Run around the mass of mobs to this tree. And there's a creeper under it. Not no mouth. Oh, you. Oh, I'm so bad. He should have been cooked. I didn't think he'd get that stuff though. Lucky. Yeah, that would have been nice. We really need to get one of those. That would just save us so much time in XP. Maybe, well, not. I guess it wouldn't really save us XP because we had to repair it, but still. Ow. If I could get him stuck under here again, that'd be amazing. This guy's not going to allow me to do anything. Yeah, come on. Yes, let's go. He probably didn't drop anything. Okay, I'm getting beat up pretty bad here. Why all the skeletons though? Can we spawn something else in maybe? Like more creepers. That'd be cool. Nope. More skeletons. Okay. Great phantom come in here. Oh no, that's a spider. Oh wait. Can you not make it in? We're on console. We have the toggle crouch. OP. This shield is about to break. Why didn't you break my shield? Anything. Nothing did it. That's very surprising. I guess I was just getting pelted with arrows. I wasn't blocking any of them. Did I get a... Nope, I did not. Got a bunch of garbage, though. Ow. That's a trident. I was not expecting that. Make a bit of space. I kind of want to... Well, I don't think... Well, actually, you know what? We could try to enchant that thing. We would clear our enchantments, and oh my goodness. Thank you, sir. That's I totally wanted you to do that. That was my goal. All right. Maybe heal. Surely there's not. I would have seen a phantom membrane shortly. Hey, what's up, buddy? Come here. Step closer. Oh no. Yes. Nope. Okay. You're not gonna drop it, are you? Of course not. These seeds end up lucky. No. Alright, not bad, not bad. What? What? Okay, that one maybe I can understand, but I totally thought I hit the first one. I would have no chance if this was actually hardcore. That'll be the next thing to do, but hopefully we can try that as a group. Why are you guys coming back for more already? Huh? There we go. Oh, there's 4 of them. Okay, that makes sense. Ow. You can get another one stuck. I'd be kind of happy about that. I don't think they're going to come after me if I'm already under there. Oh, I'm going to end up looking at the Enderman before anything else. That's unfortunate. I knew they were going to do it as soon as I stopped looking. As usual. Try to focus on the creeper for a second and they come after you. Yeah, now where are you? Oh, there's only one of you. Come here. Look, there's a spider in the way. Come after me. Come on, come on, come on. You're gonna burn. No. That had a chance of hitting him, I think. Hopefully, okay, so I mentioned some potential upgrades recently to the server and things on Discord, and I would like to get those done as long as they work. That's one of the things I am in the process of testing, or going to test at least, looking into and then going to test. But I do want, obviously, if I do that, I'm gonna have to have a better PC setup. So yeah, those 2 things would probably be coming in tandem, which would also be a massive stream upgrade. So yeah, I mean, there's not like really a way to financially donate, but of course, liking, subscribing, doing all those little things that are free does really help. If there are people out there that are really like very determined to donate to the cause, then we could always open like a Give, Send, Go or something like that. So, but in the meantime, yeah, that'll probably, hopefully, be happening. I don't see why. I don't want to just give it all away. As you guys know, I like to be cryptic about things to the general audience, give you guys something to be more surprised about whenever it comes. But I don't see a reason why it wouldn't work. So yeah, it's really just going to be a matter of making sure it does. Doing some testing, maybe working out some little kinks here and there that might exist whenever we do it, and then yeah, me getting a big upgrade. It's gonna have to be a relatively big one, so yeah, All right. Off again. We're actually well over 1,000 blocks out to the left now. Not that it matters. We'll go for a bit here. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good for definitely the rest of the day. Yeah, so we were able to fly for like almost 2 days with full Elytra health. I think once we were, it might take us like, as we're doing here, it seems like it might take us 3 stops of a night, 3 nights basically at my skill level, 3 nights to fully repair it, while being able to fly as well during the day still. Just stopping 3 nights in a row, fully repair, and then probably get another, double day flight in, and that is day, night, and day, I guess, basically. Make sure I'm flying a little higher than this. Although, yeah, we are not on realms. This would be so much laggier if we were playing on realms. I'm gonna try to go straighter than I am. I don't know why I'm going back toward the right. Excuse me. Yeah, we're on Pebble Host as we have been for a while now, so things aren't quite as laggy as they could be. In fact, we're still not experiencing really much of anything. I also like this just as a test of our server host's strength. I have noticed some issues in Monkcraft. I don't know if they're just like a weird thing on my end or something, but yeah, if they persist, we will have to maybe hunt down the cause of it and maybe try to see if we can fix it somehow. But that is if we need to, because again, there's going to be a lot of hopefully other things changing. I did run out of rockets, which is bad, but I do have 21 left, so we're fine. Luckily, I made them before I absolutely needed to use one. I should be fast flying though. Let's quick fly here. We started at about a little over 5,000, right? Or I'm sorry, 50,000 today, if I'm not mistaken. And I think hitting 100K should not be any issue here. Really, I think, again, as I mentioned last stream, the hardest part was probably just getting everything for the Elytra. None of it was really that difficult. I think it'd be a little harder if you had to go farther and the difficulty was actually hardcore. That is hard mode. We are on medium, normal difficulty, so that's why I did change it to 1 life challenge. I think that is a more apt title. I feel like they both require explanation, I suppose. So either way, whatever, it works. We got 1 life. It's normal difficulty. It's kind of like a test challenge. I would love to do this with the group if you guys are interested in trying this, but a hardcore mode and farther. Might be harder because, again, as you can see here, I didn't do this with my nephews. I tried this exact challenge basically with my nephews, except we died a bunch, and because of distractions, of course. And we didn't have we had it so you keep your inventory. So, but we did have to. If you did die, you did have to make it back from the last checkpoint to where the group was, which honestly, it didn't really make our time take any longer. Really, it would have if you don't account for the time it took for villagers to roll. I would have done this a lot faster, of course. It took me a total of 2 rerolls to get Unbreaking 3 and Mending on my nephew's playthrough. So that made it a lot faster, of course. But we did a lot of other things. We were exploring a lot more structures. We found several different mine shafts. We were getting diamonds and stuff. I got like a couple diamonds, and I was happy. Literally 4. Oh wait, no, I think we did end up getting 6 total. So I ended up with the enchantment table, and then I made 2 different swords, both sharp 1, and I combined those. So we now have our sharp 2 Unbreaking 1 mending sword, which I assume will definitely be enough for the rest of our journey here. Some more altitude here. We have plenty of daytime left to fly. Plenty of rockets. It looks like we passed most of our adventure so far has been on the sea, and in fact, because of that, we were making really, really good time until the whole villager conundrum. Most of it was on boat. Even whenever we didn't quite have our elytra prepared, we had a lot of boating we could do. Looks like there's a lot less of it below us now, although we can't see a lot of that. I am very curious to see. I think we will maybe try to look at that maybe today, at the end of the stream today, once we finish. Just take a quick look at like chunk base or something, or whatever that, I think that's what the site's called, right? And just look at like what the map looked like on our journey from afar. I'm gonna try to. Okay, we're kind of running out of time for the day, but still a bit. Trying to fly right over 300 is fine. Of course, I'm sure most of you know at this point, but yeah, you don't want your feet to be flopping. That's gonna cause a lot of drag and slow you down. I think we're right about where we want to be, and then we're able to dash fly here, sprint fly, whatever you call it. I think I'm assuming this is probably better than just like we could probably go faster and it would be maybe a little more efficient, but I feel like we would have to do a little more of the like down and then upward to increase the flight as long as it would be going if we were just like at a slight downward angle like this. I know nothing about like flying and flight physics. I'm just trying to apply what makes sense logically to me, just based on logic and experience, and I guess I know a very very little bit, but I feel like it's more just like having played other games or whatever that deal with decent flight physics. All right, I think we're gonna find a good spot to land now. But I like that the feet are a nice indicator of when you're flying a little too horizontally or upwardly, I guess. But since Elytra durability is based on tick speed or ticks during flight, you actually want to move as fast as possible, and it'll also save your Elytra durability. I think we'll just land right here. So that being said, let's just land it. And I actually have nothing to build with now. I have no idea what I'm doing. Couldn't have picked a more open spot, I guess. I mean, that's good, but I have no trees. Just grab this one, it's very open. Literally still using stone tools, that's crazy. Yeah, this is not the challenge, of course, that I have planned for the rest of this week as a sort of a group challenge, I guess. Look at it that way. Make all these very good. Hey, hey. Hey, that's all I need. Probably not. I probably missed something out there. I know, we're good. Wait, can I take those out? sort of. Come over here. Baby zombie comes immediately. Hey, chicken, get in, get in. Escaping the night. Oh, I missed the XP though. Come here, bro. Creeper comes along. Why do you... What? Right there. I guess they just... Can see me now? Oh, yeah, what? Okay, wait, if I stand like a little farther back and I'm crouched. No, they can still hit me. It works. Well, mob spawner, left mob farm. Hey, iron, nice. Give me that. Wait, do I have that in my bag or what? No, no, okay, I'm just too far away. Well, alright. What? Yeah, bring that over here. Thanks. I'm gonna extend this. Die trying. Grab myself some blocks while I'm at it. Alright, let's go. Find an Enderman while we're at it too. Anything? Yeah, come on, Phantom Memory. Would be, oh, so bad. I'm telling you, I destroy those things on PC. Maybe. Most of the time. Look at all the skeletons though, what in the world? Favorite mob of the seed, apparently. You hit that, of course. Aimbot skeletons over here. Oh no! What? No! An Enderman? Where did you even come from? Okay, that's a little unfortunate. That's actually really quite far, I think. I don't remember when we last... Whoa. Apparently the... Oh, bed's missing or obstructed. Oh, wait. Wait a second. If a villager is in your bed, does it not work? Now, it's not really breaking the rules. I didn't quite have, the rule, I guess, was going to be, I got to run back, but yeah, whenever you're not, like, necessarily trying for that, I should have probably done a little more of the respawn point locking. I think maybe I just broke my bed. Maybe. I'm not even sure where my last respawn was. I thought it was the village. But it was going to be, you know, once I lose the 1 life challenge, which I now finally did. Unfortunately, I was just going to run back. However, I don't believe that's a feasible thing to do right now. So, because it's a long way without Elytra. So I think what I'm going to do is teleport myself. And, yeah, just continue on. I think, well, I don't exactly know where to teleport myself, would be the problem, I suppose. I kind of need to, yeah, let's just do this real quick. What is that, direct? Alright, I mean, I could look real quick. Oh, wait a second. I'm still alive on my stream. So I was at, there's something in, oh, he's going through the wall. I'm actually going to pause my stream real quick before I, actually, that's right, it's right before I died. Okay. Alright, this is going to be very sketchy walking into this. Oh, hold on, I gotta do it through this. Anyway, good, I don't have to type it in. It's a lot harder. Alright, well, I lost the 1 life challenge, but it is still the expedition challenge anyway. I got so close. I can't believe an Enderman got me. I guess I probably swiped over him briefly. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Alright, so we were at about, I'm going to spawn right in the middle of everything. Alright, TP NerdsTemplar. 73,145 is what's on my screen. Oh man, we got almost 3/4 of the way there, and an Enderman got us. 1,009. We almost come back to 1,000 there. Okay, so it's gonna get sketchy immediately here, I would imagine, as that skeleton has all my stuff, which is slightly good. I'm gonna just back out. Okay, ready, set, run. Oh wait, I'm right on my stuff. Okay. Ow. Wow. Okay, I just got 2-shot by that skeleton. It's a decent sword. That's a decent sword. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Again, I have to just. Oop. All right, let's run away from the skeleton. The Enderman's still after me. No. Oh, he's fast. Why is he so fast? Look at that guy. All right, I guess you can count that as another death too. And I have a block. Ha. Okay. All right. Well, the skeleton's not going to burn. Hey, I have a Elytra though. Well, that's one thing. That's one thing that worked for us. Oh wait, I got a bow. I think this is backup bow. Plus a couple arrows. And this skeleton just wants to attack, so break my armor. Yes. Run, 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 run. Oh no, oh no. Yes, I have a Elytra. Go, go, go. All right. All right. That's unfortunate, but here we are. All right, I did sort of cheat. Okay, yes, I did. So what we kind of should have been doing the entire time. I don't have the rest of my stuff. Let's grab that. I don't have my axe, of course. Yeah, what I should have been doing the whole time, knowing that this was probably going to be the outcome eventually. That is me dying. Okay, okay, here we go. I should have been making a bed at every single stop and keeping it there. Now, when we do our group challenge, there isn't really going to be a way to continue after. I mean, we could, but then like the people who would have lost and gone out in the beginning would have basically they would have missed everything. Now we could, of course, just TP them to where the last person dies in the 1 life / actual hardcore challenge. You know what I mean? Like if we all lose the hardcore challenge, then wherever the last person loses, we could just TP everybody there, and then continue just for fun. Because you know, if you get close enough, you just kind of why not just finish it? I guess if you do enough of them, if we do enough of them, maybe not. But I would imagine if I do more, they're probably going to be edited videos of just different runs, unless it's unless we get pretty good at it, then maybe it'll be an edited quick video. I mean, you don't want to edit it too much because you want to. I'm sure you guys want to know that I'm not cheating, like I just did. Although that one would have been pretty obvious, like where all my XP go all of a sudden. Anyway, yeah, but really just for the sake of the stream, we're not gonna run the 73,000 blocks back. Why are these emeralds Not in a bag. Did I just have them out, I guess? All right, put that on. And let's clean up our bar real quick. Put those back just in case. Because that got bad quick. Need all this junk. Did I literally forget everything back at the other place? I did. Not everything, but most thing. The enchantment table specifically. I don't really know if we even need it again. It probably would have been good to have. Whatever, though. I mean, we're so close to the end, so I don't think it really matters. And our Elytra is actually looking quite good, despite the fact that we just died and lost the 1 life challenge, which is very unfortunate. We are still close to the end. I'm also considering doing just like a brief flyover from spawn back to where we were, just for the fun of it, and also once we get to the end, this direction. We're so close. We are so close. We're so close. Oh man, that's unfortunate. An Enderman of all things. I can't believe it though. I mean, my own kind. 6 rockets might be enough to get us a decent flight today. Wait. Oh my goodness. Where did all the gunpowder go that I thought I got overnight? I guess I didn't get any. That's crazy as well. A little unfortunate. I could have swore I got some. Am I just missing it? What? I just don't have any gunpowder. Oh no, and I'm so bad. I was not prepared for the finale. A little harder to do whenever it's the first stream of the week, I guess. It's kind of something you want to do with the last stream of the week after you've been warmed up and you've been doing it the whole week. But anyway, that will be what we're doing for Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday stream. So, and it's going to be a group event, of course, so you guys can all look forward to that. I think it'll be great. I hope you guys will agree. I know, I mean, Monkcraft has been going for a while, so I think this is a good time to do something like this. Just a slightly longer event, something that people can really sink their teeth into. It's not permanent, but it's almost like a seasonal sort of world. It'll feel slightly like that, but it's going to be quite short, so it won't really be that. So I guess don't get like too attached to the what would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It'll be like 3.5 days of a world, which is a little bit. It's a little bit. It's not a whole lot, but I mean, we'll do longer ones in the future. I feel like I want more people involved though for the longer events. You know what I mean? So once we get a few more, I know there's a lot of people that are interested. So you guys will all be whitelisted for this event coming up. And if everything goes well, we continue to grow our numbers, then yeah, that allows us to do bigger and bigger events, which will also be able to be longer and longer. Is that a monument right below me? Let's not get mining fatigue. I think we'd be fine. We're probably going to be flying the rest of that time, but maybe not, because I'm at the last rocket right now. And it did not get us even to 300, so unfortunately. We are going to get about 77,000. That's fine. We just got to find a spot, find some wool, make an actual bed in case we die again. I can't believe it. Oh yeah, I was going to say we probably do have some. Have everything we need for it already. But yeah, as I was about to say when I said I'm so bad, all that beef I put in, the 16 pieces of beef in the furnace, I left it there. Got too sidetracked battling stuff. So it's like some cool thing, or it's just not loading. Oh yeah, okay. I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay, it's just a bunch of C. maybe not the worst thing for the rest of the day. Get back to the ocean. Get back to this massive ocean in this world. But yeah, once I do get to the end, I'm going to mark the days played. And that will also allow us to know how long we remain, how long we spent in those specific chunks at the end. Which again is how you're going to increase that regional difficulty. By myself, it would take 500 hours to increase it to the maximum, which is a very long time. But yeah, that stacks. Like if you have multiple players, that will stack. So if you have 2 players there, it'll take 250 hours per player if you were both like logged in that entire time. So then if you have 10 players there, it'd take 50 hours each if you were all on for a whole 50 hours. But then that's why like a spawn area would easily, on a big server, spawn areas would quickly get very strong mobs. Strong mobs meaning things that spawn more often with armor, weapons, enchantments, potion effects for spiders, things like that. I don't know if it increases the chance of like the biome specific mobs of spawning or not. I don't know if that's a thing or not. Hey, look, more water. It goes the direction we need to go. Let's continue on. If I spy any creepers on our way, that'd be great. We do have the, we can get more cane, but we do have a decent bit right now. More, probably way more than we'll get of gunpowder in the near future. Sun's setting. I would like to get a little less enclosed area, something a little more spacey, perhaps. And what is our lock situation is not good, as usual. Pop out right here real quick. These trees, you see, yeah, the only real lag we have is whenever we're boating now. That's starting to kind of rubber band a little bit or something. Not too bad, not too bad. Definitely noticeable. Just cut these 2 trees down and we're out of here. Or are we? All right, let's go this way. A little lower on time. What's our Elytra like? It's actually not that bad. We had rockets. Hopefully we get the phantoms cause a lot of issues, and then as soon as there's an Enderman involved, it's game over pretty much. Hey, an actual structure. That's cool. We have a structure. Well, it's like the only thing we've run into, but at least it is something. I could probably use that gold actually, right? I think I need obsidian, iron, nuggets. I will take 43. Oh my goodness. Good dog. Ah. Please don't fall. I say to myself as well, please no phantoms or anything. But if I just place all of them real quick. All right. Again, our only problem here, 1, we need the gunpowder, and 2, phantoms are just going to keep dive bombing us all night. We need a better spot than this to stop, I would say. I have another crap. No, I don't. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Well, that's too bad. I don't really have any knockback, I guess, on my sword, huh? That would be slightly useful, not gonna lie. Just knock back one maybe, just to make sure creepers don't explode as much. Since that's the major resource probably for this challenge, right? Although I'm not gonna lie, getting a Riptide Trident would be pretty OP. It's probably that's probably like the would have to be the speed run tactic. This isn't the worst spot. I mean, we can at least defend ourselves here a little bit. Use the river when we need to, even though there's mobs on the other side too. And the issue is just going to be those phantoms. Oh, there was a reason. Seriously. Oh, it was this guy. Okay. Wow, nice shot. Oh yeah, the bed. I can't sleep, but I can do that. There we go. Whoa. No barrier. Anything want to spawn? What's up? Where's the moon out? What are we looking at here? It looks like it's almost full. So either way, it should just be like one difficulty less than. Again, I don't know how much the lunar difficulty actually changes the difficulty. What actually, I'm not even sure exactly what that does. I think it's the same sort of effect, though, in that it just like has a higher chance of giving mobs things. We haven't really seen anything, so. Except this guy. I wouldn't hate having more arrows, I guess. And XP, of course. And of course, there's a creeper in the water. So there's one for two creepers in the water. Okay. That's one reason to get more arrows. The other would be phantoms, of course. Oh, that's fine. I didn't know we can two-shot them. All right, not bad, not bad. There we go. Actually, this is a really nice spot here. Decent bit. I really don't understand where the phantoms are though. Why do they just? Some nights they just decide they're not going to come out. What's up with that? It's not. It could not. It's. There's no way it's because I hit the bed briefly. Hey creeper, what's up? Oh no! I better be picking that up. Yeah. Okay. We got 4. zombie. Do they damage Elytra durability when you get hit, or anything? I guess if anything hits you, does it damage Elytra durability? Like what armor? I actually don't know that, but our durability looks quite good right now. Oh. It's out of here. Give us one more room. Well, rockets is not many. So it's got to be spawning somewhere that we can't see. Maybe it is in the water. Or across on the other coast here. As we don't get pelted by a trident, we should be good. Wait, what? Give me those arrows. But shouldn't that zombie turn into a drown? Or do they have to actually drown first? Oh, can I have the XP, please? Thank you. Wow. Alright. Definitely not bad. Other than, again, we didn't get a ton of gunpowder. That's still good. Alright. I mean, I guess we can continue boating for a little bit here, because we didn't get too lucky. I don't see any extra creepers anywhere. Let's just not. What? Hey, pig. Hey, yo, pig. You come with me? Alright. I don't see why not. I believe this is the direction, yes. Let's go till we can't go no more. Use our 12 rockets after that. No doubt we're going to have enough food to get to the end. So, pig, well, you're going to have to get left behind, unfortunately, but I wish I could bring you. I wish I could bring you with me. Got enough wool. I think we might actually have enough wool for the rest of the event as well. The challenge. Maybe. I mean, I'm gonna make like a base at the end to mark our victory, sort of. You can call it that. All right, let's get out here, pig. This is where we part ways. It was a brief friendship, but it was still meant a lot to me. Your meat might mean more. Your meat might mean more. Wait. Get that. All right, let's climb to the top. Chicken. I mean, yeah, you know what? I didn't want all that stuff. I don't even know what I grabbed, to be honest with you. I thought it was just going to be the wool. All right. See. All right, 3. Yeah, we'll just stop there for now. Could we get? Well, it's actually it's taken slightly longer, so I think we'll hit like what, maybe 85,000 by the end of the day. Again, now Rocket's really holding us back here. I don't think that my nephews and I have not finished our challenge yet. Didn't quite have enough time yet. But I do believe our flight time will take a lot less because we have the rockets. We have so much gunpowder already. It's crazy. But I think, yeah, we didn't get too far yet. We just kind of started. Actually, did we even? I don't even know if we did start the Elytra flight. We got everything we needed. We're like completely prepared now. We're over prepared. Now I'm finding out. Not really over prepared. I think actually, I guess it's about the same. The only difference is that I spent a little because they were messing around a lot in the Elytra preparation phase when we were at the villages trying to get everything, which didn't take very long and would have taken a lot less time, but there was a lot of goofing off, which is okay. But it did allow me to have a lot more time to just do some mining. Again, we found some mine shafts, so we did explore those. That was a lot of the time. And so I found some extra diamonds, and I had the time and levels to make some decent diamond leggings. So I guess that's really the only big difference. And I think time-wise, it's because of how unlucky we got here on villagers. I believe time-wise, we're probably about the same. I do have to check the days played on that one, though. I'm very curious to find out. Because just like this one, it's only active whenever I'm actually in the world, or we, that is, for our challenge together, my nephews and I. And then we, of course, go back to our main world, just like here. Well, here we don't go back to Minecraft. That's a completely different sub server, so that's always active anyway. While I'm playing this, this is the event world here, or the event server that is. And after I'm done with the streams, after I have been that is because this is the last one, and so after I'm done with this one as well, I guess I've just been swapping back to the current world in the making for events. But tomorrow morning, and that's what I'll do today after this stream. But tomorrow morning it'll change again as we do our first sort of open-ended, long-term group event. That's a good way to look at it. Again, really all it is a group purge event that'll be taking place from Wednesday morning until Saturday morning. So look at it that way. Wednesday morning stream, tomorrow morning we're opening the server up. Probably again 9. I'm trying to get here 9 a.m. for that one. A little early, back to our like usual 9 a.m. start time, which we used to do. Try to get here for that so we can start nice and early. Do a decent sized stream probably for the beginning of that. Although I will perhaps, just for stream purposes, because I will be streaming it, I think I will probably play at least an hour or so by myself. Also, I don't think any of you guys that play along with me will and know my skills will really be that worried about me getting a little bit of an extra head start. But most of the head start is just so I can go somewhere that's not immediately findable. So two of the big things we're going to need, I don't think even on Pebblehost, I don't believe there's any way for me to set a border. I would need to do some extra things that I'm not going to do. So everyone just has to abide by the border rules. And if and when I'm eliminated, I will be the border enforcer basically, and watching and sort of teleporting myself around in case there's a need, because we'll be watching, of course, on stream the rest of the event once I am eliminated, if and when. And then, whoa, there could be mountains right here. Let's go up with our last rocket. That'll give us slightly some time in the air, I guess, before landing for the evening again. But yeah, I'll do that. We'll start the stream, and we'll be off to the races. And again, I'll just keep it open after stream. Probably go till at least noon, and probably like till 1 or 2 p.m. maybe, if I can somehow manage that tomorrow. After stream will still be open until midnight-ish. Probably just right at midnight, I'll make the hard stop there, and then we'll be back up 8 a.m. the next day. Maybe I'll stream a little bit at some point during that day, Thursday. Not that, but it's not a normal stream day. Be back again Friday evening for our stream, and at that point, that's why maybe a Thursday evening stream would be maybe good, just to give even a short one, just to give you guys a bit of an update on what's going on so far. I may have been eliminated at that point. I'm going to try to get a lot of video recording done in the meantime, so you can get like an extended cut of the event afterward, probably, of course. And then then we'll be here Friday evening for the stream. It'd be near the wrap-up time. I'll go till at least like 10, so it'll be almost the end of the day before the server closes. And then finally, it'll be open back up. Maybe we'll even stream right from the opening at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, and we will go until it's over on Saturday morning. That'll be the plan, and we'll just keep, bringing the border in at that point until we have a winner or winners, I guess, if we do end up. It's kind of like going to be a free-for-all, but at the same time, if a group groups up and they win, I think we should make one rule that you can't have a group larger than 3. I think 3's for our size. 3's honestly, it should almost be duos, but I feel like maybe we can do it as 3's. And you don't have to group up as 3, but I feel like that's probably okay. Still, might be a little OP, but I mean, it's the purge, so. That's what happens, right? I think that'll work. And I also think that this will work for a spot for us to stop for the night. We have tons of stuff right now. And look at that, a massive ocean next to us again. A little farther here. Let me get to this tree and cut it down. Whoa! Or not. Never get there because there's a ravine right before it. The trap, I got so baited by this tree. All right. Just got a little bit of this out. Grab them, unfortunately. Oh, too much wood. I mean, weeds all over the place. Whatever. I ain't rid of that. All right. Which? Sniper. No! I had him. Totally had him. So much junk now. Absolutely. I have no idea what to do with all this junk, for real. That'll work. Yeah, give me that XP. Where are they? Yeah, sure. Any other wheat in here? No. These in there, maybe. That. We really do need to get some gunpowder. Hopefully we got some creepers stacking up out there. Ah. Alright, how's our armor? Good. Just let that keep cooking, I guess. Look at that, a bunch of skeletons. Who would have thought? There's a creeper. Between two witches, great. This guy. Wow. Yeah, shoot that guy. You shoot that guy. This guy, shoot that guy. No. Oh, swinging and missing. There we go. If I could just... Oh, here we go. See you. Trying to sidestep. Another one. Yes. Yeah, looting would also be amazing for this. Riptide and looting probably going to be speedrun necessities. If you can get them quick, that is. There's a big cave. Maybe. Ooh, yeah, maybe. Just maybe. Alright. I guess we can take on all the enemies surrounding us now. And there's something behind us now. Great. What was that? Alright, there was a creeper. There he is. Okay, come on. No! I gotta do it. Yeah, there's a kid after me. I thought so. With a gold helmet. Next to a creeper. I got a gold helmet too now. Bring it. Oh, he lost me. No. There he is. Oh, you. So annoying. Two of them now. Okay. Oh, don't stack up. All right, let's go. Hey. can have that. All right, not bad, not bad. Elytra's almost fully repaired. Sweet. Gonna start getting experience soon. Oh no, don't show me that. Also, we don't have a bed here. So I should probably do that, or that guy comes to get me. Again, no phantoms. Did they seriously stop just because I slept? I didn't even sleep in the bed. That is weird. I mean, I did, but I didn't pass the night. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess I could be wrong how it works. It's like 2 nights, though. Or do they only... I have no idea. I have no idea. Weird. I am going to do it again, though. Just an easy fake out, I guess. You do that. Get out of here. Wait, what? Skelly gotcha. Where's that skeleton at? Behind me? Ow, what? Is that him? Yeah. Eagle eye over here. Alright, let's go. Please, nothing behind me. Don't go in the hole. Thank you. Chicken spawning. Alright, that was actually a very good night for us. One more creeper. Let's get in and heal. Bro, what? Yo, what? Get out of here with that. Where's my bread? There it is. If I'm not mistaken, you guys won't actually... The creeper won't blow up if I stand on this side. I will get hit up top. Where is he? Okay, he's wandering away. Back here, you. Yeah, it's amazing. Let's get a little more gunpowder here, and we are good to go, I think. Nope, no more, but whatever. Let us grab this stuff before we forget everything again. And of course, perfect timing. Our meat's done. Level 5, cool. Guess I want to make a repair. Nothing really I need to repair, I don't think. Did I pick, did I get, there we go. Alright, I'm out of here. Again, in the rain would have been nice. To have Riptide, just make it there in an instant to the end. 10,000, 13,000 blocks away. Here we go. Not bad, not bad. 8. It would have been nice to have a little more than that, but okay. Certainly could have been worse. I do have these, so might as well stack that in there. Throw those out. String in here. We got a lot of string for no reason. We'll use it later. We'll become fishermen whenever we complete our challenge and retire. In a world like this, it's what everyone would do, right? Fish. Water everywhere. And snow, apparently. Yeah, let's not have that, please. All right, perhaps one of the last legs of the journey, because we're actually, yeah, wait a second, we're almost at 90,000 now, suddenly. Made a lot farther than I thought we would last day. And I do believe with our full Elytra and with 20 more rockets in hand, I think we can make it. That's a lot of snow in my face. I mean, honestly, if you can get a Riptide Trident, it probably I mean, you need a little bit of luck with rain, but the way that Minecraft works, it's raining almost half the time at least, in in my experience. And you get so much farther in the rain anyway. Plus, it takes a lot less time gathering the gunpowder. I mean, yeah, the Riptide enchantment, if you got one early on, that would just, it'd be over, speed run wise. That and or looting, I guess. I mean, you don't really need both, I suppose. If you get the Riptide Trident, you're kind of just set. You don't really need the looting is for the gunpowder anyway. So gain our altitude back. A couple more rockets, few that is. I think we'll use 3 more again. Use the little doll. We can use the clouds right now, but the little doll in the top left also helps us. Whenever you're flying like this, it can really help get you where you need to be angle wise. Sometimes you can kind of lose. I at least can lose track of where exactly I'm facing, especially if it's really foggy. Yeah, I'm gonna say, guys, no doubt. I believe it's gonna be. It's actually 33 days played because I accidentally skipped at least one day. It may have been 2. I'm gonna just say 1 in the very beginning. You can look back at the evidence for the other ones for whenever I did the day lock for the I believe the end of the second stream. You can see if it did skip another day for me there or not. But yeah, either way, 33 days played. We are on day 34. So it took us 34 days, I think, to get to the end here. And if I'm not mistaken, there's more water below us. Again, still, it's crazy. It seems we'll have plenty of time to just kind of mess around at the end. I will bring up the chunk base and we'll kind of just take a quick look at the entire map from afar. 92,000. Let's go. Just went 5,000 blocks already. I can't believe it though. We one death. Well, technically 2, I guess, but it was really the one that mattered. The other one didn't quite. Other than the fact that I cheated a little bit. But we don't have to remember that. We don't have to think about that. It wasn't that big of a deal. It's not like I cheated to keep my one life run going. It's just for the sake of stream because I was doing some beds. I thought we were going to be like at the very least back at the last village. But no, we were back at spawn. It said the bed was obstructed or something, which means that I did have a bed, apparently. Because I think if I didn't have a bed, like if I would have rested in a bed, respawn pointed it, and then broke the bed, I don't think it would give you any like chat message saying that the bed was obstructed. I believe that that only happens when you actually do have a bed as a spawn point, a respawn point, and something is in fact obstructing it, which could maybe be a villager. I don't know for sure. That I'm kind of curious now to know if that is a thing or not. But nevertheless, our bed was obstructed. We went the whole way back to spawn. Kind of unfortunate, but hey, you live and learn. Sorry for the snow. Not much I can do. This is one of those times where it's good to just look at that doll in the top left. Get your bearings. Check the position to make sure that you're going the right way still, which we are. Sorry, it's probably a little laggy, a little bit of frame drop there, I'm sure, from all that. Also, since it seems like a decent time for it, about halfway through the normal time of the stream here, 95,000 we just hit. I may take a quick coffee break. I'm also out of coffee, so be a good time for it as soon as I get to the end here. So slightly short for the challenge, but again, that leaves us a nice bit of time here to sort of relax and yeah, just recap the entire thing. I'd like to do a little bit of a creative mode fly through. How long do you think it would take to do a little fly through of 10,000? We don't have to actually do the whole way, but I think maybe if we just do a quick tour of where I was, if I can try to recall. That's the one thing. I think it'd be pretty easy. We took water a lot of the time. Obviously, went straight most of the time when we could, even though we ended up 1,000 blocks to the left. That's really not too bad. After 100,000 blocks, I feel like 1,000 blocks is not that far. Now, once you get to this point, you do just want to fly straight, obviously. Nick Brink, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome. 96.5. I think we got the rockets to get there. And also, I believe we will make it there before the night. Hard to tell, but I think we got enough time to make it there. 97,000 approaching now. Obviously, I'll make a sort of a temporary structure once we get there, but I will build some sort over a bit of time and not on stream. Maybe a little bit here, maybe once or twice. We'll pop back over here for some other things, but yeah, just make myself a little trophy house, I guess. Although it would have probably been a lot more elaborate if I didn't lose, I guess, or if I didn't die. So yeah, unfortunate. Soklo, what was 73,000? 98. So we'll pop a few more. That might get us there. Sort of curious to see what we're gonna see. What our biome is at 100,000. It's gonna be like the blandest thing. It's gonna be the middle of the sea. Oh no, more likely it's gonna be the middle of a frozen sea. 99,000. Home stretch. And it's snowing. It's not a good sign. Oh no. It's like the wet snow. Maybe a snowy taiga or something. Go down a little bit. Let's slow up a bit here so we don't smash into anything at the very end. What is below us? We're at 150, so I don't know. This is the worst way to end it during a massive storm, where it doesn't even look like you're flying forward. But we are at 99.9 and 100,000. Boom. Directly over top of a massive ocean. So I guess we're going a little farther, guys. Oh, that is crazy. Exactly at noon, which means the perfect time. Can't have timed it any more perfect than that for the Angelus. Let me bring that up. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary, and she conceived of the Holy Spirit. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Behold the handmaid of the Lord, be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Let us pray. Pour forth, we beseech thee, O Lord, thy grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ thy Son was made known by the message of an angel, may by his passion and cross be brought to the glory of his resurrection, through the same Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, yeah, again, kind of perfect timing here. Let's just pop a quick shelter up. I am not streaming on Twitch. Nope, I do stream sort of exclusively on YouTube, not for any reason other than I do believe right at this very moment it might help out lag-wise, perhaps. But hopefully, yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, I think because of some updates I want to make just in general to the server and things, I do believe I'm going to be making some hardware updates as well. So we're basically going to be streaming. Probably I'm streaming on from the Switch right now, but I will probably, and I have been for that. That's what I stream from. But I will be switching to PC. Well, whenever the time comes, hopefully relatively soon. I don't know exactly when, but hopefully kind of soon. Anyway, yeah, we made it. We made it. And there is an Enderman. I feel like kind of getting revenge, to be honest with you. But first I should probably put a bed down. Yeah, and of course we are also on Bedrock, being that we're playing on Switch. That is our last, well, 4 now. Boom. Do we have anything to dye it? Sure, let's use one of our lapis. That's worth it. Boom. Our final bed. Eventually here, once our controller allows us to do things the proper way. I hate playing on controller. I really do. All right. Boom. I feel like I should actually get to sleep through the night this time, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it. I will put out everything though in our still temporary shelter, but temporary at our permanent home. But yeah, I'm not really gonna be doing much on here. I will, like I said, I'll build a little house probably. Nothing too crazy because I don't feel like this run deserves something too crazy. Even though it is the very first one, I did I half lost. I got here. I mean, I finished, but I did not win. And put it that way, right? Be like a consolation prize house, something, a participant trophy house. That's all I deserve. Oh, the first time I can make a chest. Oh, let me do that. Now the only other thing. Oh, and of course we made it here in 34. Should say. How do I want to put it on the sign? Because again, it says days played. I know like everybody gets this wrong. But it starts on days played 0. So it says days played 34. It means we've played 34 days. This is currently day 35. I think I'm going to put made it on day 35. Oh no, I'm okay. I'm going to just put, because we're on the controller, I'm going to just type day 35 for now. That can be switched later. All right. Back in. And safe apparently, because apparently just clicking the bed to do that and then getting back up, I guess, stops phantoms from spawning. But that's kind of lame, not gonna lie. All right. Did I make a chest? No, I just made a bunch of signs, no chest. Oh, I put the chest down already. All right, okay, put all this random junk in here now, finally. I really could put my apples in. All I would be doing, as I mentioned in the past, will be like maybe just doing a little bit of a PvE challenge for myself, fighting mobs every night as they increase slowly in difficulty based on staying in this area. So that was kind of the reason for putting down when we got here. So now we know how many hours we spend in this loading these chunks. So I guess what we'll end up doing is probably building on this little coast, and then we'll just like fight mobs as they come from the open plains area that way till the end of time on this in this world at least. All right, I'm literally gonna just empty this of all this stuff that we'll probably be stacking. All the mob drops basically. Let's get rid of one of our satchels now that we're not nomads anymore, right? The only reason for all these, although you guys know I'm kind of a hoarder in the game in general, so that I do tend to stack up stuff a lot like this. We got two different. Oh, not quite. No pros. Actually, yeah, that makes more sense. The bag of important stuff that I want to maybe grab out quick. I don't think there's anything else. Nah. Okay, cool. All right. I am going to go grab a cup of coffee now, and I will be back. And again, we're just gonna kind of hang out, I guess, here the rest of the day. It's not going to be that much longer, an hour or so. And I will show you guys, however, the. Yeah, I think we're good. I'll show you the chunk-based thing. I'll maybe get that ready while I'm AFK real quick. And what else? I think it would be really nice if I had that enchantment table. I may or may not just kind of grant myself one of those since I forgot it. Yeah, okay. Just checking, making sure we're pretty much good to go whenever I come back. And I will see you in about 7 minutes. Bro, good thing I didn't leave. Okay, how did you do that though? Oh. Yep. Okay, now I'll be right back. I'll give you a good view. Oh, hey, look. Wait a second. Wait, no. Don't die. Now you die. Ow. Another one. No. Oh, no, wait, no. We're safe enough, though. I mean, I don't want to die, but we did get our respawn, so. Sydney getting off the couch and going onto the other couch. Don't want to hang out anymore. Oh, I'm going to die. Don't really want to use another gap just for this. What? Whoa, the sand. Oh, I got him. Oh, he dropped a trident. Oh, perfect, bro. Perfect. Yes, okay, we got a little bit of a reward then for ourselves. Now I really want that enchantment table. Now I have a little private world or an offline world where I was doing something similar. I just started at spawn, and I've just been fighting every night. And I gave myself a couple like different levels of shulker sets in shulkers, I guess, you know, preset things, pre-made things. But here I think maybe I'll have to. I might make myself earn it. I don't know. We'll see. There's that trident. Sweet. All right. Well, we'll probably break it before we end up doing something with it. I'm sure, because I don't know why, but you know, it'll just happen. It'll happen. Hopefully not. I don't really. Yeah, I have to find another one if I want to repair it at all, though, because there won't be any mending books. Maybe we have a village over there we can utilize or something. But anyway, yeah, I will be right back, as I said earlier. And yeah, I think we'll go creative mode real quick. We'll fly from spawn sort of quickly, hopefully. Go kind of the first 10,000, and we'll see what, we'll kind of do a brief recap of the whole adventure. I don't think we need to do a whole lot of like recapping the flying portion, but I think it'd be more interesting maybe on chunk base just to see from afar the entire way, the whole 100,000, what exactly we passed. But then again, most especially what exactly it looked like, mostly mostly where we, again, the first like 10 to 20,000, because we were on the water for a bit longer after the first 10,000. If we just, I just want to see how much water there really was, because I mean, there was so much. All right, I will be right back. Again, about 7 minutes probably. Oh, wrong thing. It looks like we got a friend too. All right, I'm back. Cindy's back. She had a little snack, didn't you? I know you unfortunately cannot see her again. We will hopefully have the webcam back up and running tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. That would be great. Looks like it's about nighttime, which is cool. And look at that, our first probably wandering trader. Maybe not first, because we did spend some time at some... I'm sorry, but did that just blow up both of his llamas? It did. Oh my goodness, that's funny. I'm sorry, that's horrible. That's horrible. That was a horrible one. So it's such a tragic loss. But yeah, like, subscribe. We're gonna, I believe I do know how I can check the seed here. I was wondering about that. This dude is following me. Okay. How did you beat me? No way. Oh, he won. How did you even do that? How are you getting into my house now? He just like hopped his way right up there. Didn't he? It's good. You just keep worrying about me. I'm just gonna go grab my, oh no! This dude's got a trident. Wait, is that my trident? That was my trident. Okay. All right, buddy. That's not cool for one. It took me a long time to get that. Here comes a witch as well. Now okay. I was not prepared for all of this when I came back. That's why you check your surroundings, I suppose, for mob spawns. There's only one tree. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Oh, get me in there. No. Okay, this guy has to go. I have no arrows. I have blocks. Do I have a block? Can I use planks? No, I don't have planks. Day 35. Rip. Okay, he's going to do this thing again when he somehow goes over the tree like a pro. And I'm just going to go, whoop, almost die. Stick them on the tree, hopefully. Oh, he's back. He's not going to plan. I did not make oh, good. Okay, so he's going to start camping my spawn. No, we're good. Yes. All right. Now he's going to make his way in because these guys can still get in here somehow. Right? But they can't, but they can. Okay. Well, I still have my sword, so that's all that matters. That guy's right there. Okay. No way. You can't do that. Not allowed to do that. You can barely see. Right. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. Okay, that's more like it. All right. There's the other guy now. He is not going to be easy to take down, I don't think. But I think we got this. Maybe I should probably heal. But what? I'm going to risk it again. I don't need to use a gap for this. Those are for later. So I'll have to go get a bunch. I don't know when later is, but someday. I figure I gotta get my stuff back, and then we're gonna go off and look at some things. All the things we passed through. Did I not get all my stuff? Yeah, you got my rocket. Give me that. My singular rocket. No, maybe I have a couple now. All right, where's this other guy? There he is. Oh, you're not gonna throw that? What's up? Ow. Buddy came from behind. That's nice. That's real nice. I thought this was a 1v1. Hit him with the trident. That'd be nice. You're not even using that thing. Okay, you don't know how, apparently. Even though it's your weapon. We're level 5 again. And almost dead again. No, why did you stop sprinting, bro? All right. I don't know why. I still don't understand why we're not safe. I think maybe they just make like such a run for it off of there that they can make it over here. That's probably it. Okay. Anyway. Now that all that's over, do I have? Yes. Okay. concerned about setting everything up perfectly, but I might as well. We're basically there. All right. So I am going to quickly, I believe I can, I think we'll just, because just for brevity's sake, first, I'm going to check this /seed. Okay. Well, that didn't work. So not a great start. If I want to get the seed, it's going to take a second, and it's going to take too long, I should say. Unless I just don't know the command, perhaps, for it. There might be a command, and it's just ChatGPT doesn't know it. So, I mean, it told me it's /seed, but of course, it's wrong a lot. So this is another case of that. But what we can do, either way, is go. Oh, by the way, can we do set? Wait. I thought there was a way to do like a random spawn. Is that not a thing? I thought before, I never tried it, but I thought one time when I was trying trying to type a command in, that was one of the suggested ones, was something about random spawns. That could be useful for the upcoming event. I may not need to like give myself a little head start for stream's sake, because if we just spawn in random areas, the only problem with that, I think I could maybe, I don't know, it just has to be like, hopefully it keeps us within like, I don't know, a 500 block radius of spawn or something like that, because that's probably as far as I would want us to go for this event. That'll probably be the border for it for you guys that are going to be participating. It's probably worth noting. 500, I think that's plenty big, because I think that's what I tried with my nephews, and there's just one, that was just a 1 versus 2, and I feel like a 500 block radius was well big enough. I feel like, if not, it might not be big enough. It might be too small, that is, for us. We'll see. I think for this, though, for the first one, it'll be okay. So either way, though, I will go game mode, creative, NerdsTemplar. Okay, so let's then TP. Obviously, we know where we are. Actually, only 900 blocks left of due west, but we are actually 101, almost 101.5 thousand to get over the sea. It's worth noting. All right. TP, NerdsTemplar, L0, 100, 0. All right. I think we were in the plains or something, so I don't think I'm in a mountain. Yeah, barely. Creeper explosion there. Oh yeah, that was from recent. That's right. Okay, so here we are back at the beginning, and I believe the first thing I did was just decided that I would go straight over this mountain, because it was, for one, the easiest thing to do. I mean, I guess I could have. I mean, yeah, I sort of needed the mountain for the vantage point to have seen it all. That I could have maybe gone plains way that way. But yeah, so I think I just went, yeah, this way. Yep, that's right. This is west. And I used this mountain ridge. I don't believe we said maybe did I go across this ridge? Didn't we have a village relatively quickly? I don't know if I, yeah. So right over here, I believe we must have been here. Oop. See if there's a here. Oh no, okay. Wait, what? Thought there was a, never mind. Never mind what I thought was in there. So I must have seen this at some other point, but no, we missed a village almost right off the bat. So I must have just like ran this direction. Almost exactly do so. Right about here would be 0. You can see it on the screen there. Since I'm not hiding no reason to hide the coordinates in our little event here. I will be hiding them, of course, for our group event coming up. Not when we do group expedition. That will be a co-op event. We try this together, so there won't be any reason for me to hide that. But yeah, you can see right off the bat we hit water. And too bad, yeah, I can't quite get the chunk base because it's just because I don't know the seed. Yeah, it would take me a bit too long to figure it out. But we'll just get it. We'll get a decent idea of just how much water there was at least, because we'll get a flyover of the whole thing. Let's not go too high. Right about there, right under the clouds. I mean, just ocean. And this was most of the trip, 20K at least, and it was only 10K needed to unlock Elytra for this challenge. That I'm thinking that we didn't even have like a base really for a bit. Is that just what's up with this tree? Is that just yeah? Right? Didn't we? We probably just like went in a cave. I don't know if it was maybe this one. Hard to tell because I did want most of my torches back. I grabbed most of them again, but oh, that's just lava. This seems familiar, but I don't know if we really were in here. It looks like we were not. I probably didn't quite come down in a cave just yet at this point. I honestly can't remember exactly. It took a lot longer than I thought it would to complete it. But again, most of that was because of the villagers later on. I'm getting lost. I mean, it's probably. I think maybe we just kept running. Perhaps at that point, I don't think we had stopped yet. Maybe. See if we can spot any of our. I mean, you would imagine maybe around here just because there's dirt. Looks like an explosion or something. I see quite a lot though. But it did take. I believe we didn't do much in terms of structure building or basically any staying out during the night for a while, like staying out on the surface. We were underground most of the time, not building anything uh, permanent at all. So I don't think we'll see too much sign of that. Also, yeah, we hit more water. We're already about 2,000 out now. And again, I assume I would have just continued on this route here. Probably the one time we are ever to the right of, which would be yeah, northwest. We're basically southwest the entire time. I think that around here at least be something, right? I don't know how much farther I would have went without stopping. But yeah, I mean, again, also think that we would see some sign of my being there. The more water we would hit at some point. Is this the way I went? I feel like it would have been. Maybe I wouldn't have gone that far though. I don't know. I'm gonna stick pretty close because again I do know that we ended up most of the time we were to the left, so but this had to have been at least a couple days in if we got to this point. I did think that my path would have been a little clearer, I'm not gonna lie. Again, more water. We are going, of course, the same direction. And we are right about zero. And again, even at this point, even like 3,000, I still don't know if we had really stopped and made any structures at this point. It really probably wasn't until at least halfway, about 5K. Yeah, my assumption is going to be that we were probably, I mean, we were in the water again a lot, and we were off to the left. So here we go. I didn't stop at any of these sort of dark oak or any crazy biome. Kind of avoided all those swamp. I think deserts. I of course passed through those whenever I needed to. This is probably about, if we zoom out here, maybe we'll see something that we would have done on the way. I do recall at one of the first spots we like actually stopped, wasn't it ice? We like just pulled up in our boat right in the right into like a little glacier that had an opening in it already. Closed that off. We ought to see some blocks somewhere if we see that. It might be coming up soon too. 4.5 here. But again, you see how, I mean, it was a boat ride. Very little structures because of that, but yeah, we were making great time, really great time. And so I would imagine this is probably when we started veering a little left. I don't, if I went through here, it would have been like I would have shot straight through here, and that is a massive cave. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I would have just went right there and I saw more water. We're already like over 300 to the left. This seems like something. I mean, surely eventually we're going to see something that we did. I don't know if I remember this. I know we had we had some villages, but there's a kid here already, though. So does that mean I was here? I really don't know. Oh, the bookshelves are still here, so I don't know. I feel like I would have maybe taken those. I know I took some from one of the villages at least that I was at. Probably the only one that had a library. Yeah, chances are we may have missed it in the water being in the water over here. If we were even farther to the left already, I don't think we were 1,000. But that either way, honestly, we were about 1,000 out nearly the entire time, if I'm not mistaken. We kind of stopped going to the left once we got Elytra because we didn't really have to worry about uh, what types of biomes and terrain we were passing. That's the word I'm looking for. Were we at this though? I do remember. I do remember this. I don't know how many. I mean, I'm sure there. That's the first time I ever saw one was on the run here. It did actually seem like an area similar to this. Oh, bro. Oh, you are cooked there. Just okay. Yep. Maybe I was here. Maybe. I don't know if you usually find poppies in. Is that a dandelion? Doesn't look like it, but I guess it is the yellow flower. I'm not sure what it's called. I don't think you usually find those in chests. I may have been here. Oh no, but the wheat, the hay bales are here. I don't know. I think I missed all these. Man, I do kind of wish we could have seen this in the chunk base because I think it would have. I mean, as you can tell, it's just water everywhere. This is like some of the most land, right? Oh, nice. Pillager outpost. Definitely didn't see that. I don't think. Yeah, there's a lot of. We only hit like one village like the entire time. And there was because we were on the water a lot, and two because we got really unlucky with structures on the specific path we were on. Maybe we weren't quite out this far to the left just yet, but again, here's more ocean. I do remember seeing several ocean monuments, of course, and we also passed some of those like different ruins, right? Didn't get anything good. I think I almost drowned a couple times. Almost died to drown a couple times. Kind of stopped trying at that point, but we, yeah, not really lucky with structures at all. Oh wait, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we should be somewhere near one of the first places I actually stopped. It's got to be here. I mean, it was like really close to the. Oh, there's a temple right there, or a monument showing itself in the unloaded chunk. It was like one of the first things I thought we saw whenever we entered this area. I just pulled right up to. Is this it? No, it's right next to land. Okay, maybe it wasn't right in the beginning then, or maybe we really weren't that far yet. To the left. We are still trying to be somewhat true to center. I don't see anything though. Not even not even like the same structure, but without any blocks. But I'm pretty certain we left blocks at that place. It had to be here. It's like it was something like that. I don't think it was this. This looks a lot like it, but no, there's no way I would have cleared every single block out. Oh, also, probably wouldn't have posted up right next to the ocean monument either. I don't actually remember one being like right here. That's kind of crazy though. We were like probably so close to it and didn't even realize. Something like that. Yeah, we're pretty close to land, so it's kind of making me feel like maybe we were farther in. Nah, there would definitely be some blocks under the water, if nothing else. So I didn't pick every single block up, I know for sure. But, yeah, I mean, it gives you an idea, I guess. If nothing else, it was something like this. I didn't quite have the time to rewatch the entire series, so. Okay, whatever. That does take us to about the 8,000 point, though. And there was more water. I mean, again, this is either way. This is exactly what we were dealing with. If I'm off by 100 or so blocks left or right at the moment, but it was just crazy. I mean, that's why we were making such amazing time. Stayed on the water. I definitely stayed on the water here. I don't think I stopped even when I kind of had to pull over for the night, or would have pulled over for the night. I don't think I did. Wait a second. Is it possible? I mean, it's certainly possible that this is the place instead. There it is. All right, we're on track now. Finally, 8,200 blocks. This is like I said though, one of the first areas we actually stopped. I believe I actually went AFK for some coffee here. Whenever during the run, obviously, and it was one of the first structures we actually built and stayed in for the night. And boated ourselves right in, and then boated ourselves right back out, and obviously would have stayed on the water here. And now that we kind of have an idea of where I was, zoom back out. Now we can get an even better idea of what was around us. Nothingness, man. Just nothing. Good for a speed run. Actually, would have been amazing if during that entire boating run, I think we tried a couple times, but if we would have found a trident and if we would have got riptide and we would have got enchantments that didn't take like several hours to roll the right things for the librarians. If that didn't happen, this would have been a very, very fast run, and I probably wouldn't have died to an Enderman and ruined the one life run and just making it now just kind of a regular timed run, I suppose. Which, again, because of the villagers, wasn't very good. All we really had left was the fact that we were on our first life still. But yeah, no, Enderman out of nowhere. I'm gonna have to watch the replay of that. Obviously, I'm sure we will see at some point the Enderman briefly in on the screen at some point right before I end up getting attacked without realizing I had even had an Enderman around. To be honest, I didn't even know there was one there at all, let alone I aggroed it. But again, more water, and we were then, of course, approaching then the 10,000 point at this point, just boating ourselves right over. We probably would have stayed, of course, right about the 620 point because, yeah, it's just water. I don't know if I would have maybe veered more to the right just because. I'd try to get back to that 0. I feel like if I hit this, I would have, again, either it would have been nighttime, or I don't really recall a swamp, or I would have just tried to go through. I'm wondering if I probably would have gone, even though it took us farther out, I think I might have gone this way just because it was not the swamp and kind of looked sort of promising that it maybe would have ended, but it didn't. Maybe I would have got out then. I don't know now, or make it slightly, although we did hit 10,000 right here, so I feel like there should be something. Did I go underground at this point? Probably. Oh, wait a second. Is this the place? I don't see the giant chasm. We did end. I don't think I ended right. Oh no, I did end right at the Elytra point, didn't I? So did we hit this and then just maybe go inland a little bit because we had time left? Because I'm pretty sure that once we hit this point, it was the end of the stream, and I was going to grab the Elytra afterward, but we were in a cave. Is this it? No. There was lava. There was lava involved. I don't see any lava there. I feel like we found that pretty quickly right as soon as we hit land. I don't see any lava. And I'm pretty sure that it was a very open cave the whole way to that, so I think we should see it. Unless I did stay off to the left here somehow and kept on the water. I don't know. Yeah, this is one that I thought I would have seen pretty clearly. Unless, yeah, I stayed right here maybe. Let's check it out. That does kind of make sense. It is about 1,000 to the left, which is, yeah, again, where I got Elytra and probably would have stayed about there the entire time in the sky. I don't think the cave was covered like that. I may have stayed in the water there. That is not. It's just some surface lava. I do kind of recall saying, like just narrating the fact that we kept hitting a lot more and more water that didn't keep taking us quite out farther left. Kept going back and forth, left and right, sort of. What is that? Is that just a hillside? Yes. Again, no real structures anywhere. We got the little things, villages, ruined portals. I don't even think we saw a villager outpost. Of course, the ocean monuments that we couldn't really do anything about. Small surface lava. Somewhere here, surely. Again, there is still more water though. But just boating along, still only at I guess 11,000 anyway. So probably did just keep boating along. It's crazy. I mean, I don't think we're terrain-wise. I don't think we're gonna get this lucky again for a long time. If I would continue trying to do these, I mean, you just don't. It's all water. If it was somehow still daytime, I would have continued going. Look like a little guy with a mustache down there. Look at that. Oh, there he goes. Okay, now there's land. Although it's a little sketchy. Also not loading in. Also, there's more water. Hold on. Yeah, again, this was the run. This was the run to do as fast as, I mean, if there was going to be a speed run ever, you need so many things to go your way, though, I guess. Probably popped over the water right there. It's so close. Anyway, that. I guess I showed pretty much everything I want to show. It would be nice to just get I wanted to get a couple glimpses of the different things, different structures that we did have leading up. Reminisce a little bit, but that's fine. Don't quite get to do that. Didn't quite get to do the chunk base thing, which would have been fun too. Just to, again, get a better picture of how much water really that there was, and maybe what other things we just kind of barely missed. But being able to do that would require me remembering the exact path, which I obviously don't. So that's fine. Let's TP back. I think we'll just TP back. There's a couple other small things. I could maybe do them at the end of this stream, actually, and then I won't have to clog Minecraft or anything else with it. Not clog, that's maybe the wrong term, but it's been a while since I should first say I've been spending a bit of time in the oh, here we go. Down the river we go, and then eventually, boom, we do find something. A little hut. Now these are probably the Elytra huts, I would imagine, whenever I did stop. But there it is. This is the cave up. Wait, right? Did I not? No, I did not come down here. I did not see the mine shaft directly below the place I stayed. Maybe I did. I don't think I did. It's, I guess, maybe possible. I just decided to pass on it, but I think I just totally missed it. But no, that is not the cave then that I was in. Maybe we still haven't gotten to that point yet. I don't know. Maybe we probably went up, I believe, and then flew. And now there's really no way of knowing where exactly we went. Obviously, I would have tried to go straight. I think I stayed on here. This does look, I mean, there is just a mountain, forest mountain, so not too easy to recall exactly where I would have been. But yeah, that's about all I wanted to show. Just a brief recap of all the water that we passed literally up to this point when we had Elytra, and even whenever we had to land, when we were using it. try to just do quickly now, I guess. There was just a lot of the time, it was more water, to be honest. But it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I think the only part I didn't enjoy, of course, was getting ripped off by the villagers constantly. 2 different villages, man. They're lucky that they survived all of that. Again, with the fact that we didn't have like any enchantments yet, I'm not sure if we quite made it this far. I don't see anything, but at some point here we probably would have landed. More water. Maybe that's where we landed. Yeah, anyway, that's that. Let's TP now. I think we've seen enough. So, I should one easy way to do it would be to like teleport myself to the location I want to use to get back. So just TP to the same spot I'm standing, then TP to where I want to go, and then when I'm ready to go back, just go back to that other command, TP command. But what was it? It was like 101 for negative 101 for. Just go again. We'll go like 200, and then weren't we like? Did we get back like to like? I don't even remember now. We passed 1,000? No, I thought we were closer. I don't know. I'm gonna go to like what's like 640 or something in my head. Surely we'll see it from here though. Okay, never mind. I was not floating. We gotta be close. Looks like an explosion. No, just a hole, I guess. Really? Somewhere here. Just a beach in the middle of nowhere. Am I 101.4, right? I mean, it is the middle of the ocean, so probably let's go. Yeah, let's go this way. And there's some land. I was close. Looks like maybe over here. I was very close. Was it 1016? No, where's my stuff? Where's my thing? Okay, this is not right because I don't remember seeing acacia. Maybe a little farther this way then. Okay, maybe I was still at like 1,000. My bad. There it is. Okay, I was. I should have just gone 900. 101.4 though. Okay, yeah, cool. I was kind of close. All right, here we are back at the end base. Sort of a day or two gone by, but you know, whatever, relative time, it won't matter too much. I won't spend probably too much time here. I don't even know if I'll do anything content wise, but like I said, I already have like an offline world that's similar to what I would want to do here, which is just game mode survival, which is just practice PvE, just fighting during the night. As the level sort of increases slowly, the more time you spend around certain chunks. So that's that. But that is, I think, all for some other time. For now, let's maybe go do something else. This is the end of the expedition challenge. Hope you enjoyed it. I am hopefully we will hopefully do a group one that's actually hardcore mode. Although again, we can't set it to true hardcore, so we just set it to actual hard mode. And then, you know, if you lose, you have to go into spectator for the duration of the event. But hopefully that would be just a two-parter where we do the first leg to 10,000, and then we do the second leg to 100,000. Actually, I'm sorry. For the hardcore one, I want to make it even longer, so it's even harder. So 25,000 and then 250,000. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if we can manage all of that. That is quite a bit, so we will see about that. I am still here. Just give me one moment to get everything ready. Here, I might as well just do this. You guys don't need to see all the extra info, do you? Yeah. Pop in here real quick. So it has been a bit since I showed this, but I have spent a decent bit of time recently in my family realms here. Let me pop on the screen again. Where did it go? I just want to give you a quick look-see. Oh, you know what? I don't want to show you as much as I just showed, to be honest. Not you guys particularly, but of course, you never know. Never know who's watching, right? So, yeah, it was a while before I had the world up and active all the time. So we have had it on for a while. It's been basically this world as long as Minecraft. But yeah, there was just a lot of time that there was not days being played in real lifetime. So this is just a sky base of mine, a hidden secret, lovely sky base. Now I'm just going to use again some quick commands here, so I don't have to, we're not going to spend a lot of time here. I just want to give you a brief tour of kind of what we've been doing here. Can I tell? There's no way to teleport to spawn. Okay, no. So I'm just gonna hold on. Let me go game mode first, so I don't die doing it. Again, if you may recall, I said in the past, this is Easy Land, my world, which I haven't had in a video yet. I may make it once I get my first world series done at some point, perhaps. I'll put a little bit of what I did, I think, in Easy Land, I believe, in video. Survival next, or creative, that is. All right. And then we will TP. We'll just go again to spawn. All right, so Easy Land spawn. Now I've shown a lot of this. This is really not new. This place has been neglected for a while now. In fact, I'm thinking of blowing it up so my nephews stop like coming back here for no reason, because I don't have anything here. But as you can see, they still come back and make all these nerd polls all over the place. And you guys know me and my compulsive tendencies. That's very annoying, I think. So look at that. I mean, look at that. Sort of now actually getting through the lava. Some black wolves. A nice little house my older nephew is building currently over here. Was building. I don't know if he's still doing this or not. It does look. Oh, I should probably try not picking things up. It does look. I'm lagging. Sorry, that was mostly from the teleport, and because we are on realms. So yeah, wow, look at that lag. That's crazy. I don't know why. That's usually not that laggy. That's pretty crazy. That's not very normal, especially just when I'm on by myself. But yeah, nice. He doesn't know quite how this works yet, but I'm going to explain that to him, especially once he sees one of mine. Just in view of the, and I believe, yeah, they have the same render distance. They're playing on handheld switches. I'm on the regular switch, but they actually have pretty good render distance on those things. I do believe it's as far as mine. So yeah, they get a nice view on this little island there. I believe that was just. Oop, I'm sorry. I should stop swinging at things. My bad. My bad. Let's just. All right. Stop doing that. Oh, if I swing with my sword, as long as there's nothing in front of me, it's okay. It won't break anything. Yeah, nice little. I don't know. I wouldn't say cottage, but just like very small area. This is my younger nephew's. I believe he was doing this. Oh yeah, it's just nothing too crazy. I hope not. I hope I'm not going to set off any traps I don't know about yet. Oh, how much do you want to bet that these dogs stand up whenever I click on them? Oh wait, they won't, because he would only have got him here if they followed him. Never mind. Yeah, he wouldn't have the thought of taking all that. Like he would have just made dogs before like dragging them the entire way over from there. Although a lead would maybe work pretty quickly. I do have a lot of dogs over there though. Anyway, yeah, not bad, not bad. That he likes the lever. It's nice to see him using these because in the past, as we'll see in a moment, I think this is kind of funny. We'll see, just get a look at just like what everything looks like progressively, how much things get destroyed. I mean, this is like any server, I guess, but whenever you have one that's persistent, Minecraft's not as bad because we try to stop it from happening and also we rebuild. Um, but yeah, this one I can only rebuild so much by myself, and it doesn't really need rebuilt anyway. But it just like the progressive like deterioration of the spawn area is just crazy. Just another house. There's a lot of houses that started being built and were never finished. This is a very early structure. Back when my nephews first joined, and whenever I first made the realms and they joined this world, and there was a pillar going, and then and then he started going bridging this direction, and I figured he was trying to bridge the entire way to my base. I had no idea what exactly was going on. Never got used again. I turned it into a little watchtower on my own. This was all my own doing. But that was actually one of the probably the first day that they were on that happened. A lot of these things around here are from like their first day on the server in the world. I've been trying to cut down the entire dark oak forest here because it's literally this one spot, and I just realized that kind of recently. And then I also just planted a random one over there because I had so much stuff. Um, but also apparently I think this has to be dark oak, right? This is very dark. It might be spruce. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I think it's dark oak. It seems dark. Whenever you just see the one of them, it's kind of harder to tell. I think this is dark oak though. So they must have also, maybe without realizing it, they used a ton. These are their boats, they said, which are kind of cool. They definitely used a lot of wood, that's for sure. He also set up. Oh, they must be empty, but there are, I should say. I guess underneath this is a dispenser. Yeah. So there were arrows in there. Actually, that's my younger nephew's. So he had set up that little sort of trap, I guess. My older nephew's here, which is actually I don't know if this is a creeper doing that or something else, but that's kind of cool. Just because it's like almost like a little fishing thing in the bottom of the boat. Just madness. Oh wait, I don't know what happened here. That must have got blown up or something because that used to be a much bigger structure. Not big, but it was like there was blocks inside of this ring of slabs. But old stuff here, much more old stuff. I don't know what's up with this. This seems like some kind of sandstone throne. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what exactly is going on here. A pillar of obsidian. Also, can't say what's going on there. Now, whenever they first started, I actually changed the world spawn to here, and yeah, so it's like 500. It's exactly 500 blocks to the north of 00. Just so we could have a fresh start. It took no time at all for them though to find my base over there and to then loot it, steal from me is what I mean to say. And then I started making all the defenses, and that's why it is now covered in lava. And I also don't use it anymore. What was this? Subbase 2.5. Oh, the shop. Because this used to be an actual shop until they started just stealing from me all the time and griefing and things. And then I just decided I was going to try to trap them by blowing up my shop while they were standing near me. Because I had like a big obsidian box above it, and I was gonna lure them toward the shop and then light the TNT I had inside of it and then jump up into the obsidian box, close it in, let the there was a bunch of TNT. Unfortunately, one of my nephews got up, or he gets up real early sometimes, and he'll pop on that game. And he came right over here, and he found all that TNT, and he took it out. So unfortunately, I didn't catch him with that. I did catch them, however. I'm not going to show it. I did in the past. It's all kind of dismantled now. But in the old base, I did set up in the my big, basically where I had all my loot, and where it was stolen from. I set up a big trap, my first ever like redstone trap, and it was a piston fall trap, and it was actually pretty good. I'm kind of pretty sure that I caught one of them in it. I wasn't there for it. But what's funny is that they found it. They knew about it, and then they fell in it the second time once I actually made it automated, because it wasn't automated the first time. This, while I'm talking about other things, but this is like the grand thing to show right here. It's grand, all right. They call this now the parkour house. You could probably tell why. Some of it is intentionally parkour done by them. I didn't do any of this. What I did in the very beginning of this place for the three of us, was make a nice 3-story house here. And yeah, just a nice place for us to live, to begin our journey from, our adventure together. This is now what it is. This is it. It is not, you can barely tell this oak and this acacia, maybe that birch as well, it was part of it. There's some iron in here. It's just such a mess now. It's crazy. But it's funny at the same time. You gotta love it. I mean, look at this place. Is just creeper blasted to smithereens. There's a random, this rail has there's no reason for it at all. It just exists, as most of these things do. Most of which was just stolen from my own places where it did make sense, and placed somewhere where it was just, yeah, that's how it goes. But you know, whatever. This is the parkour. I think this is actual parkour here. I mean, it's not like the best, but it is parkour anyway. And the entire house is, in fact, parkour, and it was not obviously built this way. This thing is just madness now. But yeah, that's one of the biggest differences, I would say. Oh look, wait, is this the old storage room? It is. The old storage room still exists. That's crazy. All those sweet berries still in there. Yeah, so that's that. It doesn't really exist anymore. Some of their old stuff. I did, however, now that things have sort of settled down, they've stopped stealing as much and griefing as much, although it does still happen much more often than I would like. I did make a mob farm. They also got Elytra now, so, and I got their enchantments on. They're all ready to go, and they understand how this works now. Actually, this is kind of cool. I thought I did a pretty good job here. Whoa. Got a little acacia from the biome right next to us there, over there. Here's the up and down. Didn't put signs here. I should probably put signs just because it would look nice. Elevator up, elevator down, that is. Pretty high. I like to build mine at about 200 just because. Up elevator. Down elevator, you of course know how that one works. That's always fun. Water right there. So you do pop out of the water. There doesn't have to be soul sand there. I should probably change that, but I won't change it immediately. I will do it at some other point. I'm not sort of like cheating in creative right now. All right. So yeah, that's that. I mean, pretty decent design. I made it look pretty good, I thought. I just slapped some stuff on there. I get it. I mean, utility-wise, it's good, but I wanted to make it something that would be good and last long. Oak was obviously the easiest thing to get. This very quickly turned into a place for them to just drop random junk. So I told them I'm not cleaning that out, and if this breaks, it's on them. I made it. Now they got to deal with it. you know, take care of it. And if they don't, then they got to figure out how to fix it, or else they won't get the drops, meaning the gunpowder mostly, because there's like 4 layers I believe up there, 3 of which, or 2, at least 2 of which are creeper layers. The others are regular mobs. So it's like a spawner of everything, but there are some specifically creeper layers. And then we have a small cane farm as well. Of course, got all the things you need, which they also filled with junk. So again, I told them like that's on you guys. Also, I was gonna make a nice little enchantment table set up here. I had a nice 3x3 dark oak plank spot here. The next day, the next morning, I came back because I was tired. I didn't want to finish the whole thing. I had to go back to my base and get the stuff. So I came back the next day, and already this is what it looked like. So I was just like, no, okay, I'm not putting it in. I had an awesome plan for at least one thing over here as well, probably more things over here. And I was going to automate, I was going to put in the auto bone meal thing here as well. But I'm going to wait. Maybe at some point I'll put it in, but I'm going to wait for now until that all gets fixed. However, I will say, that being said, this was mostly my younger nephew building most of this stuff here. I thought he did a pretty cool job. It looks like a little Elytra landing pad or launch pad. I don't think that's what it was to begin with, but it kind of is. As cool as this is, these are all carpets from the place I'm going to show you next. My place over there on the mountain. He just took them all from there. So, yep. Nice little pumpkin farm. But he did just yesterday, I believe, rebuild this because he took it over and he built an ugly birch wood house for some reason in the battle arena. He says he didn't know what it was for, but then I showed him the piston door that he also dismantled after I built him in here in the arena. This was my attempt at a parkour. I just started, okay? I was starting off easy, all right? Give me a break. But he did keep that, which is nice. He also kept the little wool pad, which I did not make, but I did use to start the parkour, just because I was just like, I wasn't going to actually use this area. But he didn't redo the design how it was. I had a like kind of a sort of a pattern here, sort of a sporadic sort of pattern. He just sort of went for the circular pattern, which is really cool. I think he did a really nice job. I like the differences for every layer. Looks really nice. Came out really nice. But he did not just do that, but I actually took down all the birch logs myself, but he cleaned up everything else. My younger nephew, who had done it in the first place, he says he didn't know it was a battle arena, which is okay. He said it was a nice spot to fish from. I think maybe that's what this is supposed to be. This is new. Maybe they're making like little fishing shacks on the water, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of what he wanted to use it for, which makes sense because I did see him fishing off the side of this several times whenever I was just like, why did you build a house in the battle arena? But no, he cleared it out. So now he also would, I'm sure, like to see the piston doors come back. So I'm going to try to do that. I need to go get the materials again, though. Back from my where all my stores are. You saw that in the beginning. I mean, that's not my secret base. That's not where I keep all my stuff. You see, there's just like random nonsense all over the place. I didn't realize this was here, but I'm always cleaning all this stuff up, man. It gets tiresome at some point. Like, I like to keep my things kind of nice. And then there's this, my lovely tower, which I stayed in for quite a while. I knew that it was only a matter of time before it started getting kind of like too worn out before I just needed to leave it. That was sort of an accident. I was here for the creeper hole blasting through the front. That was actually an accident, but at that point, everything else was so like cooked that I mean, this was my enchantment table setup initially that was stolen. See all my red and blue carpets that are just not really here. This was all red and blue carpet. All this inside was red and blue. Kind of lost everything. This massive hole was because of me, but because of creepers and me AFK here and creepers blowing it up. but it started because of things of lights being taken out, not by me, in allowing the creepers to spawn and walk over here, and of course holes being blown in the walls. That doesn't help either. I still use it. It's still like it's mostly just like a place I come to use these things if I'm like near this area. I don't think there's many like workshop areas nearish to spawn. My old tower has some stuff still, maybe, but I think I moved most of it out early on because I needed it. It probably is this stuff. So, yeah, that's that. Again, just a brief look at how destroyed a world gets, I guess. You guys all probably know that. Look at my nice path leading over to some other things that we used to frequent over here. The first wool house over there, my older nephew built, which is still standing somehow. He also built this. I don't know if he's redone any of this or not, but it actually looks kind of, from above, it doesn't look so bad. He's got a lot of different, they have both a lot of different builds. These are early ones here. Unfinished stuff. A lot like me, though, right? This is the closest village to us, which is abandoned, with this nerd pool there. We also have this, which I've cleaned up a lot more than I've cleaned up that black tower over there. I've worked on this, although it used to have a whole setup. This was the public workshop. It used to have everything here, and now it has nothing. I did repair it several times, though. It also was filled with endstone recently for some reason, and I cleared that out. And currently, it's still clear of everything. I think the only thing I missed was there's some like glass missing right here. Yeah, but I did repair it. It is supposed to be the Cherry House of Peace. What did I name this? Just Cherry House. Cherry House of Peace. It would have probably fit, I guess, but it's not peaceful anymore because the white flag on top was taken. I switched it to a black flag, which was also taken more recently. Much more. I don't even care again anymore. It's just like I just keep moving to different bases that I have. I just make farther away bases, and then whenever it's time to move out, I by then I already have all my stuff to the at the other base. Now this was never a base. I'll just show briefly. Again, it's kind of been messed with a lot too. Everything's been so messed with. This was just kind of a watchtower I made. I thought it looked really awesome though. It was a nice build, but it was sort of to watch them coming from that direction, sort of see where they were, sort of RP wise. Not really. I mean, I do sort of have my perches where I watch / AFK because the indicator bar works for us. It's also why I'm wearing that. But here is what I was watching for them coming this direction. But now it doesn't matter anymore. That was way back in the day, like a month or so ago. Now they know all about this place, and they have Elytra, so they were bound to find out. Not only that, but the end portal is in this village. Basically, that was me trying to trap my nephew there. End portal's in this in this village. It's kind of hidden, but it's again, I hid it because of them. Sort of, I was hiding it from them for a bit, and then now I opened it up a little bit. It's also not hidden completely by me. It's also sort of just hidden in general. I didn't build this entire thing. I just kind of I built some of these layers over here, and apparently somebody's come straight through the floor, the dirt a couple times because those aren't supposed to be there. But yeah, that's what happens. Also, don't know who pulled the water out from here, but that's not cool. That is not cool. But that's the way, of course, right down to the portal. Boom. Even made another portal there. I don't know what that is. Let's pop our way back out of here. So yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, just briefly show you. This will be the final thing. I have other builds maybe I could show you, but I don't think I will. I don't think I will just yet on here. But I will show you what I've been doing inside this tower. It's been much updated. At this big staircase, which I don't really like. I don't know exactly what to do with it though. Maybe if I just did something more with it, it wouldn't look so bad. Most of this is, I think I kind of explored most of this in the past on some stream, I'm sure. I did a little bit more, added a few more walls, a few more lanterns, hoping that things will stop spawning here, and also make it look a little nicer, like there's actual like rooms up here. I haven't really done much when it comes to stuff up here, however, at all. Why do blocks? Why are there always blocks missing? Is my question. And all of this is just repair work, of course. Anything that's not the Blackstone. I used to have my bed there, but my nephews have moved in. I allowed them. That is, I asked if they wanted to. They were offered and they accepted, so they did. They'll probably. I think I'm also going to just help them gather materials whenever they do actually want to start building their own big base somewhere. I think one of the only things that holds them back is material gathering. I'm happy to do that. I'm going to mention that to them next time we're hanging out together. But yeah, in the meantime, I was just like, if you want to move in and just do some cool building inside the town, because my nephew had already started. My younger nephew, this is like his chest. It's actually blocking this, which was a secret entrance to this staircase. I don't think he knew that, but there were also then blocks missing here, and he may have found it through doing that. I don't know. But my bed used to be here. I just made it into the E-table setup. I don't have a bed here anymore, in fact. My cool workshop, the horn is back, which was stolen by my younger nephew. But now that he's living here, I told him he has to return the horn to its proper place. So it's back. Maybe we can collect the rest of them now that we can collect them as a team. I got my giant cobble set up here, which, I mean, is usable at any point. But right now, I've been cutting out so much stuff. There's water here still, right? Really? Okay, I'm going to have to explain to them how infinite water sources work, apparently, because the water was taken. Although we do have an infinite water source. Now, that looks like it could have been a creeper or TNT. I have no idea. But if it was a creeper, I would understand, because this is my younger nephew's room, and it is possible that he missed some lighting somewhere. This is the little hallway connecting them both, and this is just a little porch. I think I'm gonna extend that. It looks pretty nice. So yeah, this thing got blasted, and here is my younger nephew's little shop. Pretty cool, pretty cool. His bed was there. I don't know where his bed went. He saw, of course, the temple tower, and saw the this. Oh, that works a lot better than it used to. He fixed that up real nice. This looks. I asked him if that was going to be his bedroom area, because it looks like a nice spot for that. And then, of course, I went even farther for them. I gave their rooms multiple floors. So we made a farm on this floor, which is actually pretty nice. It's actually pretty nice. A decent bit of cane in here that I myself have taken a bit of. But, you know, it grows, so. This is that secret staircase. It continues down right through there. And this is his, like, third floor here as well. And it's okay. Here's an infinite water source for us right there. I don't know what you call that. It's like a hot tub, but it's like, I don't think it's hot. Might just be a tub. And then a fourth floor, basically, where he also just filled with dirt for some reason. I don't know if he's actually going to keep it like that, but I'm going to, maybe next time we hang out, I'll try to help him come up with some ideas of stuff he can do in here. Like, there's a decent bit of room, and my hope was that he would build walls and build rooms inside of the room, because there's so much space. I just tried to give him as much space inside of this mountain that we built in. Basically, anywhere you go now, it's into another room or out of the side of the mountain. So, yeah, as much space as I could for them to basically do whatever they wanted to inside. And this goes, I'll just show briefly, that goes the whole way. We'll see that in a little later. That goes the whole way down to the end of where that little staircase, secret staircase, goes. And I have some plans for that as well, whenever I finish. And I am pretty much finished with what I was going to do, extending their areas here. And then we have here, Stormin. This is all the materials, the public materials. I said anything in the rooms, leave alone, including my room. That's one of the rules of the house, of course. If it's in a chest in a room, it's private. But if it's in one of the public areas, you can take stuff from. Pretty clear, very clear rules. The other rules are, don't build outside of the castle. Like if you're gonna build in the tower, like if you're gonna be a member of the tower, right? You got to build just within the structure. Like I might redo this a little bit, and I already took a bunch of this out because my older nephew, this is his side, he took this granite like the whole way out to the end, and he like made a big granite like outcropping here. And again, it's easier to explain these things in person. Like that's nice and all, but my goal is that the entire thing is kind of hidden in the mountain. And if it's not hidden, then it's just this black stone, which ends right there. So I didn't really want like I want. It's okay if he's gonna keep like this opening. I think I'm just gonna bring this back just a little more and make it a slightly smaller opening. I think it's kind of cool, and it was natural, so I do want him to kind of use it. And also one of the rules is don't cut trees and stuff around the area. Like just go a little farther out. Very simple rules, I think. Things that keep the area looking nice is all I'm going for. But this is my older nephew's again. He is making the rooms. I am gonna reiterate to them though that they can take out these floors. I just wanted to I just used the cobble and the birch just for my own sake, so I knew where exactly their floors were, where the walls needed to be and all that. His second floor, he hasn't done a whole lot here yet. His big second floor, that's actually a way out. If you wanted a door there, he could put a door there. But again, tons of space to do whatever. I feel like that was an Enderman that placed that one. Right, probably. Another floor, not as big, but still decently spacious, I would say. Plenty of room to do some stuff. And again, the staircases, those could be redone. The floors themselves, like they could be different levels. None of that matters. These are like only this kind of stuff would be any of the public areas. Don't mess with the public areas. Don't mess with the outside of the tower or anything of the tower itself. Other than that, they're free to do basically what they want in these little rooms. And I think again that was kind of just to whet their palate for actual like structured building. And maybe if they do that enough, they're like, you know what, I want to have a little more freedom. Then I'll be like, you know what, great. You can build close by. I'm going to give them some ordinances of how close they can build to this tower itself. But then they can just see these places, these rooms as like, you know, hotel rooms almost. It's just like rooms outside of their own nice big builds while they kind of do those. And like I said, I'll help them get different cool materials because I think, of course, that's one of the things that holds them back from building the most. Probably just gathering the different sorts of materials and kind of coming up with the ideas. If you don't have all the materials already, then you're looking at them to say, oh, I want to use these things. And sometimes it can be hard to visualize the different things, especially if you're not used to like jumping. And I don't do this myself. I've just built a few things at this point, but like jumping in creative mode and testing some stuff in a creative world. But yeah, this thing leads down to the same room that I had this secret staircase lead to, which now actually is just a way to get the entire way to the top through the rooms. You don't have to go through the rooms, but this staircase also takes you to my older nephew's room or up to my younger nephew's room, and they can then both come straight down here. My goal here is to this is just more stuff, more stone and things. This is very close to a cave that's near the bottom of this mountain, so it's actually a perfect exit point as well. So that was kind of one of the things I've been working on recently. If you've maybe been wondering, I've been sort of semi-busy. I have been spending a bit of time in this world with my nephews, hanging out with them, and that's a lot of the stuff that we've been doing, other than just like hanging out, doing our own exploration challenge, and also just like, you know, messing around as usual, as everybody does, right? And yeah, I've been doing a few other things just because, again, just in case they decide to keep grief in the tower or continue griefing or whatever. This our new shared home, which is still mine. I think that's why they got to follow my rules of my tower. Once they want to make their own rules of their own tower, they're free to do that. There's a few building things happening, I believe, off in this direction. Because I wouldn't let him make a portal. I am gonna have a portal room. I haven't gotten that far yet. Keep putting it off. I will probably make a portal room though, but I was like, I just don't want a random portal right outside of my tower, and like cutting down trees and stuff to make a portal right next to the tower. So that I guess he just went over here and made one at some point. But that's fine. That's actually probably a good point. If one of them wanted to make their own tower or something. That would probably be far enough away, I would say, from mine here. But oh yeah, I also added a white. We probably haven't seen that. You may remember the massive cross on top here, but I added the white to it, the quartz. It looks amazing now. Also, where I was gonna make a mob farm around here and decided not to because I made one in the main area anyway. Instead, I did make this up at the top. I thought that was kind of cool. It's nice if you're flying over this massive ocean, which is right up here in our family realms world. You're flying around here, which my nephews just got their Riptide Tridents. They've been testing those out a little bit, blasting around in this ocean, above this ocean. Kind of a safe place to go for it. But if you do that and you kind of get sort of off, like I have here, actually, for real, then you can use, hopefully, that sign to light your way back, especially when you end up doing this like through the night. It's always kind of dark, I guess, when it's raining anyway. This would be the way back, I think. Actually, I guess it would be... Maybe this is the place I was already at. I don't know where I am now. Oh, here we go. Okay. A little off. It's right here. Here's the sign. Oh, I thought I would have seen it. It's not loading. There it is. A beacon in the darkness. It's almost like a lighthouse. It's just not a house. It's just a sign, though. But it works because it is right on the coast of this big ocean. It is a pretty big sea here. If I recall, I do have to get a map going of this place. I started. I had to move it to a more secure location. But there you can see the little Grand Sea. It's a little too clear and obvious, I think, when you're coming from this direction. It's nice if you can kind of see it so you can get in there easy enough. But I think that's a little too clear. You know, when you're building a forever world like this, you know, it's nice to try to make things that'll last, right? It's also good test of patience and things like that. Patience, cooperation, restraint, sometimes just acting ethically and morally in general and not destroying things for no reason. We're getting there. What are we at now, though, by the way, stream time? Let's pop that over. Oh, sorry, chat. I had the other thing up. I don't know if anyone said anything. No. Okay, good. But hello to all you lurkers anyway. What's up? And thanks for chilling. I think we are going to call it over 3 hours now. And next time, it's been a while since we've been on Minecraft on stream. We will be back there, of course, don't worry. But we do have other things to do. Finally finished the expedition challenge today. Took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna, so that's a little unfortunate. But hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And now we're done with that though, so we can move on to bigger and better things. And we are going to move on specifically to bigger and better things as a group in another event where we will do, again, it's going to just be like basically a purge event. Nothing too like pre-made or anything like that. Just going to jump straight into a world. I may give myself, just for stream purposes, an hour or so, perhaps, just to prepare and get away from, mostly just probably to get away from spawn and give myself enough resources to safely get away from spawn and not just die of hunger and not have food or anything. So really just run away from spawn, get a decent bit away, so somewhere where I'm like slightly hidden. It probably won't last long. I'm gonna have to think a little bit harder because it's gonna be tomorrow morning when we start this thing, about 9 a.m. probably for stream. I do want to start at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning Eastern Standard Time, so we have enough time in the morning for anybody who needs to get on a little earlier, my time, to have some time to do so, or maybe they got to get off for the night. KG, any of you other guys out there that direction. We are going to be opening it to a lot more people from the Discord, so I hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a multi-day event, so you don't have to join immediately, but of course it will help you if you're there as soon as possible. We will probably, I don't know, it would be nice to have some sort of rule against spawn camping in case people are joining. Another thing would just, of course, be to not broadcast your joining to anybody except maybe me. But everybody should be able to join. Just if you're in, I'm gonna have you on the white list, so you should be fine to join. I'm gonna put the info down. Everyone should be able to get it that way. If you have any issues, you can let me know. But it's not like I'm gonna go spawn camp you, so you can let me know. But yeah, if you're gonna like broadcast it to the whole Discord, then you may want to watch out whenever you first spawn in. You might be done, but if you don't do that, then it should be fine. But either way, get in as soon as you can, get yourself sort of prepared, and we're just gonna go. It's gonna pretty much be. This is the way I'm looking at it. If you guys are wondering, I'm pretty much gonna be trying to play that as like the main world during the event time, and that's sort of how any of these longer term events that I personally participate in, and hopefully you guys as well, because then I'll be like spectating them like constantly then. During the windows of when it's open. Like again, the more people we get, we'll probably close the window slightly, but that's really just because we'll have so many people. I hope that means that people will be more motivated to like just basically be on for the times that we want them to be on, so we don't have to basically be watching all day what's happening. But in the meantime, when it's just a few of us, we will have that 8 a.m. to, I'm going to start at 9 a.m. tomorrow during whenever we start the stream. But after that, I'm gonna close it at midnight my time, Eastern Standard Time, and open it back up the next day at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's going to go again from tomorrow, Wednesday, when we start at 9. We're going to go through Wednesday, close at midnight, open it back up Thursday at 8 a.m., close it again midnight, and then open it back up Friday. I might stream also on Thursday a little bit just to give you guys a bit of an update of what's happening, see if I'm still alive at that point. And then open it up again, 8 a.m. on Friday, and then we will do our regular stream Friday evening, see what's happening, of course, again, and that'll take us almost right up to closing time, midnight, Friday night, and then we will open it back up about 8 a.m., and maybe I'll even start that stream at 8 as soon as it's open on Saturday morning, where we will, if we're still going, I mean, maybe the event ends before that. Maybe we try a couple of them, who knows? But if it works, then we'll do it that way, and that will be the final day in that during the morning. So not the whole day. We'll just finish it on stream in that however long it takes. We'll close the border in, force everybody in for a final fight, and that'll be that. So long-term event. This is like kind of our first sort of attempt at something like this. Sort of an open-ended one though, nothing that like took a bunch of time or mods or anything like that to do. This is again, we're sort of just hoping you guys follow the slight rules. Really nothing too crazy. The only big rule is stay within the boundaries, which I will confirm what those are in the Discord for everybody. But if it's not 500 radius, then it's probably going to be a 1000 radius just due to numbers. But I'm going to imagine, I mean, it'd be great if all of you just ended up joining. I think it's going to be super fun. I wanted to make it an extended event so you guys can kind of like, again, like I said, quote unquote, sink your teeth into the world a little bit at least. Do something a little new, a little fresh that's not just Monkcraft, because we aren't going to ever re-roll Monkcraft. That is what it is. It's our permanent world. It's the world we can always go back to, and everything's there. Everything we built. You know that when you build something there, it'll last. That's the goal. It's something that is sort of like the hallmark of our community almost. It's also the place for us to gather, really, because we can just hang out there. It's always there. It's a great place. So there's no reason to re-roll that, especially whenever we have all these other things that we want to do, and we have another server to do them on. And so anytime we want to do that, that's always available. And I think this is it's kind of a test of interest a lot for the Discord side, the player side, as well as you guys. Let me know what you think. And also let me know if there's any like sorts of events that you would personally like to see us do. We can try to gear toward that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy this. Both sides, again, like I said, players and viewers. I hope you all enjoy the upcoming event, our first sort of purge event. I don't know. We'll come up with some fancy name maybe for it, but it is just a purge, and it is really bare bones. But I think it's fine. We don't need anything crazy in order to do it. We just need a new world, and a few roles, and we'll go at it. I think it's going to be super fun. I hope to see you guys there. Just stay tuned on the Discord for any of you guys, and if you want to join the Discord, you can join the link in the description below. And just stay tuned there, Discord people, to know about any anything you got to do, all the future updates as we get closer to that time. Tomorrow, I will again give you the link. I'll add you all to the whitelist, and yeah, hope to see you during it. And maybe we'll team instead of you killing me. That'd be cool. And oh yeah, I think one of the other rules, of course, we're going to go by is maximum of 3 on a team. I don't. We're definitely not more than 3. I think 2 would probably be better, but we'll go maximum of 3 just to make it a little more interesting, perhaps. And again, it's all just for fun anyway, right? So I think it's going to be great fun myself. Again, that is going to start tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there. Randy with NerdsTemplar. Peace. Thanks for chilling, guys. Like and subscribe.